Business Insider finally has some nice things to say about Tesla. But does that mean that they've turned the corner, or are they still damp trash? Well, the answer may not surprise you. I'm Brian. Welcome to My Tesla Weekend. A quick thanks to new patrons on Patreon, Steve and Bill. Not that Steve Martin, a different one. I checked. Don't worry, I'm sure he gets it all the time. If you guys want to help support the channel, patreon.com, Glossy News, twitter.com/4kpodcast, YouTube, become a member, subscriber, patron, whatever. You get bonus material. It's a lot of fun. You make the channel happen, and a thank you for that. Business Insider, yeah, they're terrible. Terrible. But wait. Just a few days ago, they published this. Buying anything but a Tesla makes no sense right now. I don't believe my eye holes. This can't be true. Are they finally seeing the light? Are they turning the corner? Are they getting the memo? Several car companies say their electric vehicles will be built with the Tesla charging standard. That's great. Why wouldn't a non-Tesla EV shopper delay their purchase until then? Buying a non-Tesla EV now means finding charging stations will only get more difficult in the few years. This article is very friendly. It's very kind. It almost makes you think that they don't despise Tesla. Well, they've got their own biases, you see. No, I'm sure some authors do, but all of them have the same bias. I wants clicks. I wants eyeballs. We'll get to that. Then they come out with this. What a mess. Damp trash. I have said it. And by the way, my question for you today in the comments is, what do you look for when determining if a source is trustworthy? If a news outlet is worth your time, a YouTube channel is worth your time? Is it just because it confirms your preconceived notion, or do you look at it critically? Are they giving you good information that turns out to be right? Predicting the future is hard, but looking back should be a little easier. Over a dozen Tesla owners told Insider about some of the headaches of switching. Issues they described including dealing with slow service centers and quality control fixes. Take a look at some of these issues and surprise expenses. Oh gosh, it's terrible. So here's where your BS meter should go off. Tires on electric cars wear out faster because they're heavier due to their massive lithium-ion battery, according to Bridgestone. Push back, Business Insider. Are they actually 30% heavier? For example, BMW 330i weighs 3,582 pounds, Model 3, 3,800, so 10% more up to 4,000. Well, these can weigh more as well. They're really not that much heavier. They're actually quite comparable. 3,800 pounds is not that much for a car. The real BS moment is typically electric car tires wear out between 10,000 to 20,000 miles. 10,000 miles? Are you insane? You're telling me that you replace your tires every single year at least one time? The average driver's doing what? 11 to 14,000 miles in a year? 10,000 miles and you're actually publishing this? Come on. That's no. Brian Moody told Insider, speeding and heavy braking accelerate the issue. Yeah, people do jackrabbit starts because it's so much fun. You're not required to do those. If you drive the same way most people drive most cars, your tires will last just as long, or about as long. They're high-grip tires because they're performance vehicles. You don't have to put high-grip tires on. You can put long-mileage tires on like most cars have. EV owners can also face higher insurance rates. Can, doesn't mean they do. If you look at, again, we did this a little while back, the 330i BMW or a 3 Series Mercedes, the insurance rates are comparable. They're comparable. If you're switching from a Honda Accord that's 5 or 10 years old to a brand new Tesla, I would expect your rates to go up. But there were reports in the comments on that video saying, actually, mine went down. Yeah, insurance is weird and it varies a lot, but on average, it's about the same. Some Tesla owners have horror stories about the company's service centers. Yeah, that's true of all brands. I bought a brand new car once, took it in for service. There was no parking, so I just parked it in front of the service bay to run in and ask them a question. And they came out screaming at me, telling me they had already called a tow truck to have me towed. And I looked at the guy like, are you mental? I go, okay. And I just ignored him, and I talked to the service manager, and I scheduled my appointment, and I left. That's a horror story. And the problem was with my mirror, it wouldn't adjust far enough in, and they said there is no fix. So all brands have good and bad stories. Come on, get real. Are you telling me nobody at Business Insider has ever owned a car? That defies expectations. Tesla door handles can be finicky. Oh, they look sleek, but sometimes they get hard to open in freezing temperatures. Yeah, I had that on my Chevy Venture. We had an ice storm, and I couldn't open my door. Couldn't open my windows, couldn't open my doors. It was frozen shut, and it wasn't a Tesla. Well, and also getting the key card to pair up can be inconsistent. I don't know why you're talking to YouTuber Austin Evans. Maybe there's something here. Oh, I see. It's because you like his style of clickbait. Okay, fair. I don't know who this is. I've never seen this channel. I don't have any interactions with this person. I don't blame him for making that story, but come on. Sometimes it's inconsistent. Okay. That's a horror story? Is that sometimes it doesn't pair as easily with your particular phone as you'd like it to? Okay. At-home chargers can add to the initial cost of buying an EV. That's not really an unexpected... If that's an unexpected headache, come on. It can cost anywhere from $250 to thousands of dollars. I suppose it can. But you can also just charge it with a plug, with like an extension cord. You can. Depends how much you drive. You might actually be able to get away with it. Maybe hit a supercharger every other week, every third week. A lot of people do that. Most cars come with a level 1, but, it only adds a few miles an hour to the car's battery life. Many drivers prefer faster methods. Yes, of course. And actually, it's cheaper on a per kilowatt basis than if you use a 220 over a 110. Some say they've noticed quality control issues over the years. Not uncommon for new vehicles to be returned to local service centers for small fixes upon delivery. That's almost all cars. Remember that mirror I told you about that wouldn't fix? That was hardly my only issue with my brand new car. Also, sometimes the alarm, the button, it wouldn't let me in. It wouldn't read it. You had to manually open it, set the alarm off, get in, start the car to reset it. And that's really great at night when you're trying to not look like a thief. So that's fun. One of the doors wouldn't close properly. Just minor things, and they're all fixed for free, but it shows a lack of attention to detail you wouldn't expect for the money you've spent on the car. Depends on the car. I mean, again, have you never bought a new car? Tesla owners say they're disappointed with the company's FSD software. Right, the software that nobody else offers isn't perfect. Oh no. We're really digging here. Teslas have been known to have apparent issues with phantom braking. Some, I guess. I just made a video with Sean from Now Teslafy. He's a cool guy. We had a lot of fun. We, of course, did not experience any phantom braking on it, and he said he almost never experiences phantom braking. But again, other brands with forward collision detection also have issues with phantom braking, because you'd rather it be overly cautious than crash sometimes. On the other hand, some FSD enthusiasts say they wish the car maker would allow FSD transfers. Tesla gives you zero credit for trade-in on FSD. Bullsh. Just bullsh is what I'm going to say on that. Bullsh. They won't give you full markup for it, but they do give you some credit. Right there, your credibility is shot. When you buy a Tesla, you may actually want to read the instruction manual, owners say. Oh, this unexpected headache of reading the manual. The alternative is you get a car that doesn't do anything new. But what Range anxiety can be an issue for Tesla owners, though it's the best EV when it comes to charging. Which is it? I get range anxiety in my gas-powered car. My dyno burner, even with all that splody juice, sometimes I'm like, oh, I've got to get all the way to Seattle, and I really should have filled up before we left, and now we're running a little short on time. Get real. It is the best, but it's not good enough. All hiccups aside, many Tesla owners love their car in spite, or in some cases because of the vehicle's quirks. Get real. Get real. So, has Business Insider turned a corner? Well, I mean, obviously not, but let's play the game anyway. Here we are on their website. I went ahead and searched just for Tesla. Why they get totaled so easily. Not more common than other vehicles in the same class. Tesla owners share some of the unexpected headaches. So 2 negative in a row. Which cars can charge at Tesla superchargers and how to do it? Neutral. Tesla battery replacement cost is steep, but prices vary by model. I'm going to say negative. Tesla earnings, see the electric vehicle maker's full history. Neutral. Tesla versus Lucid, what to know? Neutral. Elon Musk stress test, neutral. Look closely, hand signal for the Cybertruck, neutral. Share perks of owning a car, positive, okay. So there appears to be a little bit of balance, but that article that we just read, the one we started off with, saying it's the best car out there, that was just a few days ago. Here we are, it's not on the list. I'm searching, and it's just not here. The only article that day was replacement cost is steep. That's weird. How much does it cost to charge a Tesla battery? So that's one that I called neutral on the previous page, if I got that far. How much does it cost to fully charge? It points out 4.5 cents a mile, which is about what I would come up with. That'd be 17-ish cents per kilowatt hour. $15 for a full charge. And even at a supercharger, it's still cheaper. It's still cheaper. Now, if this was an honest headline, will your electricity bill go up? Not much at all. Not much at all. You'll be paying the same rate as any other appliance in your house. And if you're charging overnight, rates may even be lower. And how long does it take? It's fine. It's overnight. This headline should have been Tesla's electric cars or Teslas are vastly cheaper than buying gas in nearly every circumstance. Now, I could tell you it is every circumstance, but nearly every. So this neutral headline should have been a positive because it's a positive story buried in a neutral headline. Now, why am I saying, these aren't showing? So let's go to Google News, search businessinsider.com. Tesla, look at that. San Fran Uber driver saves $1,400 a month on gas renting a Tesla EV. Where is that? That's 2 days ago. It's not in here. You can search on their site. You will not find it. All you'll find is positive stories couched in neutral headlines and negative stories. And I guess maybe one or two that are positive. What else have we got? Model S Plaid is so fast, it's breaking records. 4 days ago, that wasn't on the list. How Tesla's interior design changed the way all cars feel. That's a positive story. Buying anything but a Tesla makes no sense. How Teslas can accelerate so quickly. These are all positives, and they're all buried. They're just buried. Because Business Insider is a damp trash. If their authors are neutral, many of them are incompetent because a lot of the stuff they're saying doesn't pass the sniff test, and baby, they stink. And the site itself appears to bury anything positive, or at least most things positive that they themselves publish. Those authors are chasing clicks. If you want to maximize clicks, you write a negative Tesla story. Because the Qsters, the Qbots, the ridiculous people who can't get enough of hating it, who dedicate their every waking second to hating on Tesla, those guys will forward this stuff all day long. And when people come, if you wrote a positive one, guess what? People are going to struggle to find it. Crazy. Hey, did you guys know that this weekend is the Tesla Takeover? The big event at the Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo, California. Sunday, we're going to have keynote speaker May Musk there. There's all kinds of content sessions, meet and greets with your favorite Tesla YouTubers and influencers, Frunk Puppy Photo Contest. That'll be great. I'm looking forward to that. EV Showcase featuring Aptera. Exhibitor Expo. I will be an exhibitor there. And a bunch of really great speakers as well. So you should come out and check it out. May Musk, as we said, Sandy Monroe, Gary Black is going to be there, Ross Gerber, Farzad Mazbahi is going to be there. Oh, look at that guy. Late edition. Brian White from My Tesla Weekend will be speaking on Saturday around 1-ish. I'm not sure. So come out, check it out, check out my booth, hang out, say hello. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be it. What did I miss? What did I misunderstand? How do you pick your news sources? How do you vet them? Stay tuned. Stay juicy. And I can't wait to hear from you clever robots Saturday and Sunday at the Fields at Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo, California.